Every night, Jessica would lie awake staring at the ceiling, wondering why something that was supposed to feel amazing just didn't. She loved her partner. She trusted him. But no matter what they tried, something always felt missing. She thought something was wrong with her until she stumbled across a scientific study that changed everything. Turns out, it wasn't about her body. It was about the position. Did you know that the majority of women cannot orgasm through vaginal sex alone, and most of them have never been told why? Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Watson, MD, Urologist and Pelvic Floor Surgeon, and today I'm going to share something that most doctors never talk about openly: the top 4 sexual positions that science has actually proven to be the most likely to lead to female orgasm. And stay until the end, because I'm also sharing some powerful techniques that can dramatically enhance pleasure for female partners. Techniques that work in any position. What does the science say? Let's start with a landmark 2022 study. Researchers used 3D modeling and ultrasound technology to measure how different sexual positions affect blood flow to the clitoris. Now, why does blood flow matter? Because increased blood flow to the clitoris means greater arousal and a significantly higher likelihood of reaching orgasm. This isn't guesswork. This is measurable, observable science. In this study, a volunteer couple tried 5 of the most common sexual positions, while researchers tracked real-time changes in clitoral blood flow. Combined with other existing research, here are the top 4 positions that came out on top. Position number 1, face-to-face, woman on top. This one is a classic, and science now tells us exactly why it works so well. When the woman is on top, she has full control over the angle, depth, and rhythm of movement. Her body weight naturally creates direct, consistent pressure on the clitoris. When researchers looked at the ultrasound results for this position, they saw a dramatic and symmetrical increase in blood flow, meaning both sides of the clitoris were being stimulated equally and intensely. This makes it one of the most orgasm-friendly positions ever studied. The woman is in control, the clitoris is engaged, and the body responds accordingly. Position number 2, face-to-face, man on top, with one simple trick. This is the classic missionary position, but with one small adjustment that makes a huge difference. Place a pillow underneath the woman's hips. That's it. This simple change tilts the female pelvis slightly upward, which redirects the partner's weight and movement directly toward the clitoris, rather than away from it. When researchers observed this in the study, they again recorded a significant and uniform boost in clitoral blood flow, comparable to the woman on top position. It's one of the easiest upgrades you can make, and the results speak for themselves. Position number 3, the coital alignment technique. This one sounds technical, but it's actually a small and incredibly effective variation of missionary. Instead of the traditional in and out thrusting motion, both partners shift their bodies slightly higher against each other so that the base of the penis, or the pubic bone, is pressing directly against the clitoris during penetration. Then, instead of thrusting, the couple moves together in a gentle rocking motion, sliding their bodies up and down against each other in a slow, synchronized rhythm. Yes, there is a bit of a learning curve. Think of it like learning a new dance. It takes communication, patience, and a little trial and error. But here's why it's worth it. Research has shown that women who had never previously experienced orgasm during intercourse alone were able to do so using this technique. That's remarkable. And it all comes down to sustained, targeted, continuous pressure on the clitoris. Don't get discouraged if it takes a few tries. Just talk to your partner openly. I want to try something. Let's figure it out together. That conversation alone can bring you closer, and the results can be genuinely life-changing. Position number 4, sitting face to face. This position also showed an increase in clitoral blood flow in the study, but not quite as much as the top two. Both partners can create pressure and movement through thrusting, but because gravity isn't working directly on the clitoris the way it does when the woman is on top, it's considered slightly less optimal for orgasm. That said, it's still a strong choice, especially for intimacy, connection, and couples who enjoy a slower, more engaged pace. Techniques that work in any position. Now, beyond positions, researchers have also analyzed data from thousands of women sharing what actually enhances their pleasure. Here are the top techniques that came out of that research. 1. Angling. Adjust the angle of your hips or pelvis to change the direction of stimulation. This is where the pillow trick comes in, but you can also experiment with small tilts and shifts during any position to find what feels best for you personally. 2. Rocking. Instead of in and out thrusting, try a rocking or grinding motion. This keeps continuous pressure on the clitoris rather than intermittent contact, which is far more effective for building arousal toward orgasm. 3. Shallowing. Focus stimulation near the entrance of the vagina rather than deep penetration. This area is packed with nerve endings, and many women find that shallow stimulation is far more pleasurable and effective than deeper thrusting. 4. Pairing. This is perhaps the most powerful technique on this list. Pair intercourse with direct clitoral stimulation, whether that's using your hand, your partner's hand, or a toy. Research shows that up to 70% of women report that pairing makes sex significantly more pleasurable and dramatically increases their likelihood of reaching orgasm. This is not a workaround. This is biology. The clitoris is the primary pleasure center for most women. Engaging it directly in combination with penetration is simply the most effective approach. Every person is different. Every body is different. There is no single formula that works for everyone, and that's actually a beautiful thing. The real key is communication, curiosity, and presence. Talk to your partner. Experiment without pressure. Listen to your own body. Be in the moment. And don't be afraid to try something new, because novelty keeps things exciting, and exploration often leads to the most intense and satisfying experiences of all. You deserve pleasure. You deserve to feel good. And now, you have the science to back it up. Take care of yourself, because you are absolutely worth it.